This is the New Low News Show, Week 2. I am MC Graham.
I am Adam.
And I'm King Cobe. Okay, so I got something I want to talk about.
Okay.
All right. It's called OkCupid, you know?
Okay.
Online dating, all right? Everybody does it, right? I've seen your profiles. I've immediately blocked you because I'm embarrassed to do it too. But still, it's something like, I read something like 30% of people are doing it. So, you know, it's just how people meet now, or maybe meet somebody nice, maybe have a bit of sex, maybe say some nice things to each other, you know, whatever people do with each other.
Well, why are you into that?
Because I'm alone, Graham. I'm extremely alone. I live in this box. It's basically like solitary confinement. I pace around a lot. I pretend like I don't care about texting, but I do. I wait when I hear the ding. I go, oh my God, somebody wants to talk to me.
I hate that feeling though, honestly. It's like when you get like a text message from a chick that you're even like
horrible.
semi-interested in. And then you text her back, but you don't want to seem like a total fucking creep.
Yeah, you don't want to get
So
rid
you gotta let it
can't do
hang.
it like the next minute.
You gotta let it hang.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
So you let it hang, but for how long? I say an hour, but other people might let it hang for longer, you know, and maybe sometimes, like every third text, you let it hang for a while. It looks like you're doing something, thinking about
Right,
something.
yeah.
You know,
You're a busy man. You're
right.
important.
Like she's like
That's
an afterthought, right? But really, you know when you send somebody a
You're
text,
sitting in
they
your
got
fucking-
it. You know they looked at it right when they got it. Like they heard the noise, they went awesome and checked it, and then they could reply right away, but they didn't. Every single person.
So they know that you're
sometimes-
just sitting in your fucking box, right? Whenever you just let a text message hang, you're just sitting.
Yeah, you're just not. You're intentionally
I
not
mean, you,
replying
yeah.
actively for like an hour. You're thinking about what to say to not seem weird for a long time.
So
Instead of just answering a simple question like "How are you?" or whatever they got.
well, I don't
What
know
does that
how I
mean?
am.
Yeah.
I need to think about
What
that.
does that question mean?
Well, no, it's like, what are you doing today? It's like, well, you know, that's a pretty loaded. That's a pretty. A lot of my life I can't talk about. Getting drunk and jacking off again, you know. One, elephants are going extinct in Africa because of the ivory trade from Africa to China, which is a huge bummer because we all really like elephants and we think they're better than people.
Yes.
Then on the other hand, a kid in Russia, he found a well-preserved mammoth carcass and he's just wandering around in Siberia. And now this might just be a communist propaganda story, we're not sure, but it could be legit. I mean, it's pretty interesting when you think about it. Imagine you're 11 years old, you just wandering around the snow.
It's tough to peak at preteen age, though, you know?
Yeah. No, he's going to be 20, 21, 22 at a bar drinking and being like, you know,
Yeah.
I was the one.
Yeah, I found that mammoth, boy. That's right. Pour me another whatever they drink in Russia.
You know that mammoth, down at the museum. Xenia?
That's a name for me.
It's my name, bitch.
Let's see, this raises ethical concerns, right?
What kind of ethical concerns?
Well, they went extinct,
Right,
and that's bad. It's very, very bad.
right.
But bringing it back or
Is-
making more might be also bad, according to some.
But I don't understand.
No one
Well,
knows
it's
if it
called
would be bad.
philosophy and
Right.
ethics.
Yeah, I studied that. I still don't get
Oh,
it,
that's
though.
right. You have a degree in that.
Yeah.
That slipped my mind.
No, I studied it as an undergrad. It was a thoroughly useless degree. And you do hear stuff like this. Like, we would have to talk, like, what are the ethical implications of cloning a mammoth? And I would be like, well, what do you mean, the ethical implications?
What do you mean, the implications?
You just fucking do it. Like,
Just do it and see what happens.
like what's the worst case scenario? They escape from the lab and kill everyone. That's still pretty cool.
I mean,
You know, like-
think about it. Like, how many guns do we have just people? Not even, police force. Just
millions.
Just think, millions.
Yeah.
Well,
no, but even
one fucking, probably just genetically just mutated woolly mammoth that probably can't even fucking walk,
Right.
somehow escapes, and you're telling me that's going to cause a panic, to 300 million people,
Have you guys ever seen the movie 12 Monkeys? When
you mean the documentary?
Yeah, when Brad Pitt's character was like some sort of eco-anarchist who released all the animals from the Brooklyn Zoo or something, and giraffes are running across like highway interchanges and shit. I saw that and I was like, yes.
Well, no, and-
That needs to happen.
And to go back to what I was saying earlier, worst case scenario, mammoth gets out and kills you. Okay. how else?
Do you deserve to live?
Yeah. Okay. One, the answer to that is always no. And two, what were the other ways you were gonna die? You know, heart disease, high cholesterol. You know,
forgot to take your Lipitor after having a heart attack. That's a big no-no. Always take medication as prescribed by your doctor. But
forget your nitroglycerin bottle.
Oh,
you know?
God, that'd be fucking awful.
Just get shot by one of your friends.
Yeah, but all of those are your obituary. It's like, first human to die from genetically engineered woolly mammoth.
Yeah.
We should clone the mammoths. We should clone anything else we can find in the ground. We should bring it all back. Let it all loose. Just fucking see what happens. Because it's like... what's the plan here? If we don't have a
what
perfect
used to
plan for the
exist
world-
though? They were like fucking cockroaches, mosquitoes the size of basketballs, small tires.
I'm down with that's cool.
That sounds fucking awful.
So you want to turn the world into like a horror theme park? Is that your
what is it now?
Horror theme park? That's
Just
slightly more.
bugs.
At least we'd have some modicum of control over it. That's what I like about it.
Actually, I think there should be 2 tracks when you enter college. You should just pick, and maybe we can
good or evil.
Yeah. You can do a test, kind of like you do on OkCupid. Like, are you a good scientist or a bad scientist? And then that determines.
That will be your path, like for the rest of your professional career.
Well, like one criticism people have of the idea of mad science, what on earth would prompt someone to want to do all this nefarious stuff? It's like, are you kidding me? It sounds like a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, really.
I mean,
all right. So we were just talking about how awesome it would be if people had some sort of apex predator chasing us around. It would at least add some humility to the way we approach the world. And in the spirit of this, we have a poem Adam's going to read for you by a guy named Ted Hughes, and it's written from the perspective of an apex predator, a winged apex predator. The poem is called Hawk Roosting, and I hope you enjoy.
I sit in the top of the wood, my eyes closed. In action, no falsifying dream. Between my hooked head and hooked feet. Or in sleep, rehearse perfect kills and eat. The convenience of the high trees, the air's buoyancy and the sun's ray, are of advantage to me, and the earth's face upward for my inspection. My feet are locked upon the rough bark. It took the whole of creation to produce my foot, my each feather. Now I hold creation in my foot. Or fly up and revolve it all slowly. I kill where I please because it is all mine. There is no sophistry in my body. My manners are tearing off heads. The allotment of death, for the one path of my flight is direct through the bones of the living. No arguments assert my right. The sun is behind me. Nothing has changed since I began. My eye has permitted no change. I'm going to keep things like this.